periodically. Captain Chaos comes to the outside of the field. The red light is blinking. And they're set and they're racing in the Strickland Stakes. And it was Last of the Line who was actually the first of them away from Star Trade and Dom to Shoot from the rail. Going forward, Captain Chaos soon after the break. He takes hold of Queen Alina to settle outside of Holy Enchantment, and dropping out last is Notorious One. They complete about 350, leaving the straight behind them at the crossing with a mile to go. Last of the Line held control and leads the Strickland field a length and a half on Captain Chaos. Dom to Shoot is toe-balling the pacemaker. Almost 2 lengths to Star Trade, who dropped the bit, cruising along for O'Donnell. Back there running fourth, a length and a half Holy Enchantment. And then came the mare Queen Alina, the tail end of Notorious One. So the field of 7 turn into the back straight here at Belmont Park in the Group 3 Strickland Stakes. And the leader is Last of the Line, 3/4 as they drop the anchor and get a breather. Captain Chaos up running second. There's no change to the order. Pike had Dom to Shoot. Back on the rails third, a length and a half to Star Trade. Then came Holy Enchantment, Queen Alina, and still spotting its other 6 rivals. Notorious One with 1,000 metres left to go, and they're about to leave the back straight behind Last of the Line. Brad Parnham controlling proceedings here. He calls the shots, and Last of the Line leads them at the 800. 3/4 Captain Chaos. Over on the inside, Dom to Shoot. Star Trade has him there right within his sights. O'Donnell's just starting to niggle a little. A length and a half Holy Enchantment. Queen Alina following Star Trade, and Notorious One, patiently ridden back there by Geordie Turner, brings up the rear of the field as they gallop by the 500. Straightening in the Strickland, Last of the Line drew clear of Captain Chaos. Dom to Shoot still travelling pretty well for Pike and about to get the inside run. Star Trade, Queen Alina come to the outside. He cuts the corner on Notorious One. Inside the 300, Last of the Line in front, leads narrowly from Dom to Shoot. Star Trade though and Queen Alina deep out. Notorious One getting home along the rail. Last of the Line digging in from Star Trade. Last of the Line beats off Star Trade, and then Dom to Shoot. Last of the Line in front, and it'll be all the way. Fabulous performance from Go to Woe in the Strickland. Last of the Line beats Star Trade, Dom to Shoot, Queen Alina, Notorious One. In behind them, Holy Enchantment and Captain Chaos dropping out to finish last of the 7. Fighting with victory, terrific ride. Last of the Line is the first of them home. Last of the Line, the Blackfriars gelding, takes out the Group 3 Strickland Stakes. Hasn't started for 35 days. Scratched in a race on the 27th of May with a few soreness issues. But Stephen Parnham has pulled off a masterstroke in partnership with Brad Parnham. S.J. Miller, Brad Parnham combining here in the Strickland with Last of the Line. Its 8th win from 24, and a brave effort to do it all the way over a mile and a quarter off more than a month between runs. Over Star Trade, Sean O'Donnell looked as though he had last of the Line. You could sense that Dom to Shoot probably was peaking down there on that slower part of the track with Notorious One. But Last of the Line, it just kept on fighting, refused to surrender, and wins here by Blackfriars out of Catch the Cat, L. Rogers, T. Sanders, R. Wilson, J. Moran, J. White, K. Gould, S.J. Miller, A. Rogers, the owners, prepared by S.J., and that's a top training effort. And Brad Parnham equally so matched with a terrific front-running ride. Star Trade by Trade Fair out of Startigo, Danny Morton and Sean O'Donnell, and Dom to Shoot by Shooting to Win from Princess Rouge, Sean and Jake Casey combining with Willie Pike. Half a length the neck with the margins in 2:08.06, 36.06 the sectional, 4.2, 1 7. So a gritty all-the-way win by Last of the Line, his 8th from 24. The 8th event of the day, 1300, 8 category 3, 13 Cold Chisel. Both are out. Probity now gets the services of Willie Pike in the second last on the card. Well, this race last year produced an emotionally charged victory, won by Prince Turbo. And this today is certainly a great training performance by S.J. Miller with Last of the Line, Britt.
Performance is it as Danelle Miller comes in. She said we're keeping it in the Millers. Jason Miller's won the last 2 Stricklands, and this one goes to her dad, SJ, who joins me now. And S, a wonderful training performance, 35 days between runs after missing the run in the Hyperion. What was the issue?
Look, he got cast in the yard and his knee blew up, and I asked him for 3 days, and just couldn't get it right, you know, and to the disappointment of me and my owners, you know, we had to scratch him. As soon as I give him some beauty, his knee come down, and Saturday morning I give him some pace work, and I was unhappy that he wasn't in the race because I thought he would have won it. And we've just progressed from there, and he's done a tremendous job. He's been carrying big weights for a long time, and he's been doing his best, but he just hasn't been 100%. And I think it's been the weight, you know. So to get him into these weight for age races, that was my plan, and the first one buggered up, but this one come off, so it's great.
Which I bet makes this second option all the more satisfying, given you did have that disappointment. What were your thoughts in the concluding stages? Because he was there to be beaten, but gee, he digs deep, doesn't he?
Yeah, look, he's a tough old horse, and he was fit and he was ready to go. And I worked him with the other horse. The other horse had been working probably a bit better than him, and he was first up in the 2000, which I thought he'd go well. And he ran a credible race, but this horse deserved it.
He really did. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
There is Stephen Miller. Let's get over to Brad Parnham.
Well, Brad Parnham, 35 days ago, he was beaten on the last stride by Jadavi after carrying 60. Today, he's done it at weight for age. He's been a ripper, this horse.
He has. He's done it the hard way a lot of times. He's had a few setbacks and things like that, and a lot of the time he seems to carry weight. So today I was pretty confident coming into the race, even though he had missed out on that last start run.